got methionine with the methyl group on the end, right? When you take the methyl group off of the end, methionine becomes homocysteine. We're all good with that one, right? So far, so good. Okay, this is the same molecule. I just removed the methyl group. Where does the methyl group go? Let's see. Well, let's stick to what I've got first. Okay, so we need CH3, right, to change the function or expression of DNA, enzymes, etc. We need this methyl group. So we're running this reaction in this direction to get it. Okay? We also have this other thing, 5,10-methylene tetrahydrofolate, which can be converted to 5-methyl tetrahydrofolate. This one, sorry, this is sideways, but 5-methyl tetrahydrofolate is the active form, which allows the methyl group to be moved. Here, this is CH2, it's bound. How's that? Like a methylene group is stuck in the middle, okay? The methyl group, so here we've got like this N, right? CH2, and then an N. And this is N5, and then N, and all the rest of the rings. Down here, we have N5, CH3. So this is not a methyl group, right? It's stuck. This is a methyl group. We can take it off. That makes sense, right? Like the difference between this, which is stuck between two things, and this, which is available. MTHFR changes stuck to available. Okay? So, we've already established that CH3 is super important. So we have multiple ways to get it. We've got methionine, which is an essential amino acid. We can take it off, right? And end up with homocysteine. We also take in all this folate, right? And we take it in multiple forms. So, we can store methyl groups in this bound form as N5CH2N10. And when we need it, we can liberate. Okay? So far, okay. Tell me if you're not, because we can. Like, I want people to really get this because it matters.
I can't understand where did we lose one hydrogen?
Oh, okay. So when you reduce something, this is a reductase enzyme.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's coupled with another thing that provides the
Okay.
H.
And then the N's, are they supposed to be NH5 or just N5?
Oh, so I'm shorthanding it. Yes.
Okay.
If you look in the whole molecule, there's an H on there, and then you'll have to put an H back on here. I'm just giving you the minimum.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah, I could draw the whole molecule, but I can't, honestly. Like, we'll be here all day, and it'll look really bad. So I'm just making this as short as possible. But yeah, so you'd have to have an H on here, and it'd have to be connected to other things. This would have to be connected to what it's connected to. Okay, so we can get CH3 from methionine. We can get CH3 if we store it, or if we take it in like this, but we already established even if we take it in, we have to convert it to folic acid to get it in and then convert it back. So we've got stored CH3, bound, can't release. We've got CH3 that we can release, right? So far so good? Methylene tetrahydrofolate reductase allows us to convert this to this so we can release it. When we have the less active form of methylene tetrahydrofolate reductase, we are not very good at releasing this. We are just not very good at breaking the CH2 and creating it to be CH3. That is why there are a number of different conditions associated with a deficiency or a point mutation in this enzyme, because we have to have these CH3s. We can't change enzymes, we can't make reactions. One of the other things we can't do is turn homocysteine back to methionine because we don't have enough 5-methyl-THF. We cannot liberate this stuff. It's just stuck because this isn't working as well. What that means is moving methyl groups is so important to us evolutionarily. We have multiple pathways, right? We've got this folate pathway, and we've also got this methionine to homocysteine pathway. So it means that we use more methionine than we ordinarily would to get these methyl groups. When you do that, you build up homocysteine because you can't convert it back. Remember, the enzyme to convert it back requires 5 methyl CHF, which, if you have MCHFR mutation, you don't have as much of. Okay? Are we tracking? I know, we'll re-go over this on Wednesday, whatever day that is. That's why we need to do this again, because it's a lot. But, so, we have to get these methyl groups. If your enzyme works well, we just convert 5,10-methylene to 5-methyl-THF. If your enzyme doesn't work as well, we can't do that as efficiently, so we convert more methionine to homocysteine. Simultaneously, if this enzyme isn't working as well, we build up hyperhomocystinemia. We develop more and more of homocysteine because we can't go back. We need this to go from here to there. So, we've got a bunch of problems. We don't have as much methionine, which we need to make tons of proteins. We don't have as many free methyl groups, which means we're not methylating things in the same way, and we're building up a toxic byproduct. So that's the base state of why we care so much as nutritionists about different variants of the methylene tetrahydrofolate reductase enzyme. Okay? So, they have looked at a lot of different things associated with this. It's elevated risk of heart disease, elevated risk of developing complications in pregnancy, elevated risk of developing chromosomal abnormalities in the fetus, like aneuploidy, meaning more or less than the correct number of chromosomes, non-disjunction. There's nothing that's totally concrete yet, but there is a lot of circumstantial evidence that this, especially in pregnancy, if you have the mutated variant, you need additional folate, or you need to supplement directly with 5-methyl-THF as opposed to, because if you get folic acid in, right, you can have 5-methyl-folic acid, which means 1 glutamic acid residue. You can break it down to that and then take it in instead of just taking it in without the methyl group. Lost? I can tell that last part just dropped the floor out. Okay, all right. So, sorry. I don't want it to feel so. If you can't shut the DNA down in a fetal way, right? If you don't have enough folate available, you are more likely to have neural tube defects. Those methyl groups have to be available. They just have to be. This is the way we get them. We've got bound methyl, right? We've got methylene and we can convert it to methyl, or we can get it from methionine. We really can't run this pathway fast enough to get everything that we need because we build up homocysteine. So in order to get it, we take all this saved methylene tetrahydrofolate and run it to methyl-THF. When that enzyme isn't working as well, we just don't have enough of it. That's the take-home picture of all of this. Not only do we not have enough of it, but we can't recycle our methionine either, and then we end up with other problems. Now, they're still investigational. If you don't have enough methionine, maybe that's leading to another enzyme malfunction because you can't make as many of them, or maybe it's leading to a different problem. There are all kinds of problems, right? But in this particular case, that's what the problem is. You just can't get enough methyl groups, and that's why. And I'm going to let you guys think about that, and then we'll go over it again on Wednesday because it'll be, just let it marinate a little bit, and then we'll go back. Okay, now I get my screen. I'll take a picture of this before we leave. I'll post it. I don't know that it'll be